Hello everybody, welcome back to Sessions with Kat. I've been trying to record this Oracle video for a couple weeks now, and I realized that I was trying to generalize Oracle, and you should not do that because Oracle has so many different facets to it that it's meant to be explored on a more personal level. So I'm just going to give you my generalized way that I use different oracles versus giving you a set way to read yourself, okay? Hopefully it all makes sense. Hopefully this helps somebody. Hopefully that by the end of this video, it's not 30 minutes on, right? Right. So, because the first video I recorded was like 45 minutes. I was like, oh, fuck no, I'm not uploading that. But I also realized that I was trying to encompass so many things into it, and it wouldn't have made sense. It would have been too clouded, right? And too crowded, really, because there were so many decks that I pulled out. And I'm like, no, I can cut it down to 4 and then just kind of, explain as I go. So that's what I'm going to do. A couple of updates. The newsletter went out this morning. The Walking Home Barefoot program. So if some of you have been looking for that, I apologize, okay? I took it down. Here's why. I'm changing every fucking thing about it, okay? If you've already taken the program, I will be offering you a discount if you want to retake the program because it is completely fucking different. And I'm in love with it, okay? The last thing I have to do is literally type up a syllabus and the pamphlet that goes with it. But it is different, and it's longer, and it's better, and I'm wiser because of it, and it's going to give you a better sense of self. So it'll be back up October 1st. Just so you guys know. And y'all, I'm just excited for it. That's all I'm going to say is I'm excited for it. So if you've taken the program and you've paid for it prior to, you will get a discount on the program because, this is totally new and you're wanting to take it again, obviously. And just so that you don't miss out and feel like, damn, you gave me, those drafted first, give me the awesome seconds, right? So it's kind of like eating I don't know about y'all, I know I'm vegan, but prior to being vegan, you ever ate fried chicken on the second day? That flavor is when all the juices and everything simmered in. It's great and I'm excited. So if you're interested and you've already taken the program, please email me so that I can give you the discounted rate with a discounted invoice and whatnot. And we'll go from there. If you are new to the program, I apologize. You will have to pay a different price, but it is discounted for the first 2 weeks. And it's going to be great. It's going to be fucking great. I'm excited. Anywho, let's get to this video because I don't waste 4 minutes of your fucking time or something like that. Talking about how great this damn program is about to be, and I'm thoroughly excited. One more thing. I do have an event this coming weekend, Saturday and Sunday, in Greenville, South Carolina. It is a 2-day event. It is indoors, so you don't have to worry about getting your head rained on, and I'm happy about that because I won't fuck up my cards. But I am thoroughly excited. Readings are discounted. And as any event that I do, I always discount the readings because they're 10 and 20 minute readings. So they will be discounted. I'm excited. Come out and see me. And yeah, or if you know anybody who's going to be in Greenville or lives in Greenville or whatever, tell them come out and visit. I'd love to see you guys in person. That would be nice. So here we go. Let's talk oracle. And we're going to start with this lovely chakra deck, okay? I do recommend, whichever one you want, having a chakra-based oracle deck. Not just the chakra cards themselves, not just 7 fucking cards. You need more than 7, okay? You need something that kind of gives it a little bit of variety for each of the 7 chakras, because those are the main ones that we deal with on a daily basis. Now, there are hundreds more chakras, but we mainly deal with the 7 in this world, okay? But any chakra deck will do, okay? Now, understand this is all about reading yourself, not necessarily others, but you can also read others with this, okay? But have one deck that is just for you, that is not tainted by reading others. I hope that makes sense. I don't read other people with this deck, if that makes sense, okay? Let it be chakra based, all right? Don't ask any questions. Again, these are my suggestions, but I don't recommend asking a question to a chakra deck, because you want spirit to just tell you what the fuck is wrong with you, right? And where you need to energetically shift, okay? And that's what I recommend. I don't use the book. If you have a deck and you don't understand the cards, use the book, okay? If you have a deck and you don't understand the cards, why the fuck do you have that deck? Just curious, okay? You can comment below, but I'm just curious. Like, are you just like fucking hoarding it or something like that? Like, I'm curious. There are people who do that. And I've seen them at events whip out a fucking book in the middle of reading. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. Anyway, rant over. But get you a deck that's multifaceted within those 7 chakras, okay? You don't want just 7 cards, and you don't want just pieces of bullshit on the cards either. I like this deck because it encompasses different pantheons of gods and goddesses, which I use a lot for myself and my work, right? So I like that. I like the fae aspect of it. I like the ancestral aspect of it. And the rawness for me is good, okay? But you want a deck that's going to give you a variety, okay? Don't ask any questions. Shuffle this bitch up and go, Spirit, what do I need to know? What areas do I need to work on energetically? And Spirit be like, yeah, flip that bitch to the bottom. And it's like, you need to work on some self-esteem, more on the emotional front. You might need to self-assurance, right? Oh, the masculine side of fucking emotions, which I don't need any fucking help with that, let me tell you. It might give you just the chakra itself, which means the whole of it needs attention, right? If you are only getting like the little pieces and not the actual chakra, that's good. That means only certain areas of that chakra need attention, right? So Spirit's letting you know, hey, bitch, get your shit together, right? It's nice. It's great. You don't have to ask any questions. You can just let the deck talk to you. And also, understand this. If you get a mix of chakras, see if it's all body, which are the lower 3. See if it's all spirit, which are the top 3. Or if it's a combination and includes some heart energy in there too. Because that will tell you, like, it'll give you a better picture of how to push the healing through, right? How it's affecting each chakra. Like, one situation could affect each chakra. You know, just pay attention to that, right? Sorry for that camera shake. I did hit the thing. So yeah, I do recommend this. I do recommend a chakra deck for personal study. Now, I do have chakra decks that I use for healing purposes, like healing work. It's the same concept. It's just you're reading someone else, okay? This is more of you're reading yourself. Got it? Got it. Moving on. Now, if you're a person who likes to do shadow work, because I fucking enjoy torture, no, not all shadow work is bad. I do enjoy it. I do not enjoy it sometimes, but you know, you roll with it. You roll with those fucking punches. But if you like to do ritual during your shadow work, meaning like different forms of self-care type of things, to help you move through that shadow work, I use this. And I recommend a deck that's bright and colorful and full of life, because shadow work is full of death. So you need like a good balance. Now, I do have that one, what is it? Wisdom of the Shadows or something like that. I did some time ago. I like that for shadow work, but I like that for when I want to dive deeper into the different aspects of shadow work, like what I'm dealing with, and I need to understand it. This is if I want to bring some life into the death that's happening, so I can find a good balance and I don't feel like I'm all over the fucking place. So, you guys have seen this deck before. It's all colorful, like me, because I love colors. This, right? It also helps with chakra energy as well, right? But the focus is what type of ritual or, ritual is the right word. What type of ritual can I do to assist me in moving forward through the shadow work versus falling victim to it, right? That's why I like this deck. Okay, so like I said, each deck has its own personality, and you have to find what use you're going to use for it, right? So in shadow work, you might find out that you had some soul loss there, right? Well, damn it, I need to do a soul retrieval on myself, right? Or I need to go and get one. Most times I do it for myself. If you're wondering, I do offer this as a service, but you might find that you might have lost, like there's a fragment sitting out there and you need to retrieve it. That might be a ritual that I need to do. I love doing those types of rituals because, damn it, it's just fun. It's fun, you know, when you go into soul retrievals and you see the man with the hat, and like it's different for everybody, but for me, it's the man with the big poncho, like the hat on. It is great. But it tells you what element you need to focus on. Like, this is for me, right? I highly recommend you get a deck that's going to bring some life to the shadow work, okay? You can get this deck, right? Or you can get a different one. That's your personal choice, right? But that's my recommendation when you want to bring some life to your shadow work, okay? Now, when I want to talk with the shamanic side of me, which is really the earthy side of me, when I'm talking with Mother Earth, Father Sky, you know, the four cardinal winds, the true ancestors of the land, okay? When I'm wanting to get in touch with true roots, not just the ones that are in your blood, but I mean the ones of the earth. Like, you'll understand if you are into that. I'll say it that way. But this is what I use, okay? When I'm not sure who's talking to me, when I'm reading smoke, I will pull out this deck, okay? And I will let it tell me who's speaking. And then it will tell me who, like, what I need to do, right? I'll start to understand the images in the smoke. Okay, so I use this for when I'm reading the smoke, whether I'm burning sage or some type of resin incense or something. I'm using this deck when I'm reading smoke, right? That's what this is for. I personally feel like if you do some sort of divination outside of cards, sometimes you need a better understanding of what that divination is telling you, what spirit is telling you through that divination tool. Have a deck on hand for that, okay? That's what I use this deck for, right? This helps me read what spirit wants to tell me with, okay, drum, I know, I got it. I'm on it. This helps to tell me, like, you know, what I need to do, whatnot. So a lot of times I am reading smoke, so I use these cards for that. And I run them through the smoke to kind of bless them before I start reading them. I do recommend this type of deck if you use like charms or bones or anything like that and you're trying to understand the system. or understand what Spirit is saying to you, you have a backup here. Okay. So I do always whip these out when I'm reading smoke. Sometimes I know who's talking to me. Sometimes I need a little guidance. So I use this deck. Fair enough? Fair enough. So, and if you have any questions below, please, type them out, write them out. I will respond, Now, if y'all notice, I ain't put no fucking frilly love deck up here. That's because I ain't got one. And I said what I said. Y'all know I don't care for love readings. Y'all know I don't. Here's why. It's usually because half the time the person wanting the love reading is biased and they don't want to hear what Spirit really has to say. They just want you to tell them what they want to hear. I never want to be biased towards myself, so I purposely don't read love for myself. I allow whatever relationship or whatever to play out how it needs to play out, so that I'm not always on edge, okay? And I'm not always like assuming shit or wondering about shit. I ain't got time for that, right? I figure if whoever I am seeing is not giving me consistent and solid cheesecake with strawberry topping and a little bit of whipped cream vibes, I want it. Okay? So that's why I said, like, if you ever got a love reading from me, I always ask you what your favorite food is and where you like it from and how you like it and who's preparing it, right? The vibes you get from that is exactly what you want in a partner. I said what I said. Just fucking deal with it. If I ain't getting it, I don't want it. Okay? So you won't see me have a loved one up here. And honestly, it's not that I hate love readings. I just wish people would come into them a little bit more unbiased. But I don't have love decks. I have meditation decks. I have all types of meditation decks. I have decks that I use during ritual, like the auspicious symbols one. The mudras one I also use during ritual. I also have like gods and goddesses. I have Celtic decks. I have African decks. It just really depends on what you want to use, but I don't do love readings, so you won't see that shit. Okay? Now, this one. I like this deck, and I recommend you find you one that kind of follows suit with this. This is more of a real world type of how the fuck do I deal with this situation from a spiritual level, dealing with some, real world level bullshit. Okay? That's why I like this deck. Now, mine's is trimmed down because there was like this awkward amount of white border and I just wasn't a fan. Okay, but this is the Magic and Mediums Oracle, and I love it for its realness, for its authenticity, for its way of showing you different things you can do to kind of ground and center in the middle of the bullshit, in the middle of the world happening around you, right? This is a devil card, just so you guys know, right? The cleanse. Now, it's not always about crystals and a smudge stick. Sometimes you need a ritual bath. Sometimes you need to clear people out of your fucking life. It really depends, right? It depends on you, depends on the situation, but I like this type of deck to read myself, to better understand like what it is that I can do in the real world, not just on the spiritual level. This deck for me combines spiritual and worldly vibes, and that's what I like about it. It's taking your truest nature but allowing you to express that in the real world while you're dealing with real bullshit as this situations or energy or whatever. I like that. Okay, do I use astrology for everything? No, right? Because everybody, everybody's different, right? But you can use astrology in some things, right? It just really depends, right? So, you know, I like this deck for that reason. So I'm going to suggest to you that you have at least one of these 4 type decks, right? You don't have to be a hoarder of y'all, right? You don't. You just want to have at least an oracle deck to help you with the general aspects of life. That's what that magic and mediums one is for. You can have one that's simply just for you talking to your guides and ancestors, or it could be or. You can have an oracle deck just for you to like channel divine goddesses and divine gods. It is your choice, right? But to read yourself, you must have proper tools, and not, you know, one oracle deck won't do. Now, I understand, you know, oracle cards and whatnot, this shit can get expensive. However, it's okay if you buy a used one. Just cleanse that bitch when you get it, right? Smudge it, sit it in the sun, whatever, you know, cleanse that bitch. It's okay if you get used ones, right? I plan on selling some of mine because I have way too many fucking cards. And if you're interested, I mean, I'm dropping the fucking price because they're used, right? But, you know, and if it meets your budget, you know, buy it. And especially if it's something that you really feel connected to, you know, and that's if you buy anywhere. Get you at least a chakra oracle, an oracle that helps you if you use other divination outside of cards. That includes playing cards, okay? Get you a deck just for everyday general life, right? Not everybody's in the tarot, so that was the reason for wanting to make this video. So you guys understand that you can use oracle for just about anything. You can use animal oracles to help you connect better with animal energy and how to utilize that in a situation, right? Now, those you can ask questions to, right? Any of these decks you can ask questions to. It's just I don't ask questions to the chakra one because I want spirit to just give me the straight and narrow of what the fuck do I need to work on, right? But the other ones, ask questions, right? Ask whatever you need to ask. If it's not specific enough for you, then you should use tarot, okay? Because tarot is a little bit more direct in what it is that you need to work on. Sometimes oracle can be too broad. Sometimes it can be very direct as well. It just depends on the set of cards. So just keep that in mind and try it. Let me know what you think. You know, you can message me on Instagram. You can send me an email. You can comment below. I don't give a shit. I'm going to respond to any of them. So long as you're not rude. But like, yeah, keep that in mind, like as you're going along your journey, and if you're dealing with anything mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, whatever, that you have cards and whatnot that can assist you with that. So I hope this video made sense. I hope it kind of gave you guys like a way to do more healing work for yourself and actually feel comfortable with that healing work. And that being said, thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Stay hydrated. Make sure you're eating well-balanced fucking meals and not just drinking fucking coffee. You know, I might be calling myself out on that. And, you know, I wish you all the brightest of blessings and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.